Hey everybody, Dr. Oliver here, backintelligence.com, and today we're going to go over some tips and some activities that you can do to work on balance. Balance is one of those things that tends to deteriorate over time for individuals, and it's really important that we challenge those systems and make them work as efficiently and as strongly as possible. So, especially as we age, it's important to really activate those systems and do simple things to get you to be working on those balance. Because as you lose balance and proprioception and these other things, you tend to see individual decline. They especially experience more falls, which ultimately obviously increases more injury. So if we can work on these things, we can see a greater improvement in balance and stability. So we're going to do one basic exercise. We're going to use a chair for this exercise. So you want something that's nice and stable, no wheels for this, and you're going to put your hand right on that chair. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to basically pick up the other one leg. So you keep the leg that's closest to the chair down, and you slightly want to bend your knee. You want your right knee right now, Leon, should have slightly bent. And then he's just going to move his left leg out to the side, 6 to 12 inches, nothing crazy, and he's just moving back and forth. What we're really targeting is the down leg, so his right leg. You will be using your left leg to move your left hip and glute to move the leg, but we're really looking at stability through this down leg. Again, we're working on balance, right? So we're working on feeling it in the right spot. Many times people will feel it in the front, in their quad here, and that's because they're too far forward. You want to make sure you're sitting back a bit. You want to push it into your hip here and feel your load here. If you move forward through your knee too much, you'll feel it in your knee. So play with that position. You have the chair you can hold on to and sit back as much as you need to so you feel it in your glute. So you're going to do this for 30 seconds. You're going to sit there and try to activate that glute, get it fired up for 30 seconds, and then you're going to switch. So have Leon switch over to the other side. So again, he's holding on. He's kind of sitting backwards into that left hip, and then he's going to move his right leg. Again, not too far, but he's activating, and you should feel mostly your left glute. So on this one, it's the down leg on the side of that hip and glute is where you want to feel it. If you feel this leg, that's fine as well, but we're targeting the balance leg, okay? 30 seconds, both sides, okay? You can repeat this a couple times a day. Again, we're just working on stability where that glute stabilizes that hip, which protects the falls. Next one we're going to work on is we're going to just do one leg balance. And in order to make this a little more challenging, we're going to take your eyes out of it. So we have different ways that we visually can balance with our bodies. So we use our eyes as one of them, our inner ear, and then proprioception, which is our ability to sense things neurologically. So we're going to take one of those systems out visually. Now, in order to do this, we want to be careful because doing that can increase your instability or your balance issues. So what we're going to do is make sure that we have a nice stable surface, chair that doesn't move, a table, something you can hold on to. So Leon's going to put both hands on the chair to start. And then all he's simply going to do, with a slight bend in the right knee, you don't want to lock out the knee because that's kind of cheating. You want a little bend in it. He's going to lift the left leg and he's going to keep his eyes closed and he's going to count in his head, or you can have a little timer going, and we're going to try to do 30 seconds on this. If 30 is easy, you can go up to a minute, but we're just balancing. He's using his hands as much as he needs to. Again, don't try to go for it right away. You don't want to be very wobbly, and you want to make sure you can do this. So as he does it, 30 seconds, he'll stop, he'll open his eyes, he'll switch legs, same thing, he'll close his eyes again. 30 seconds, up to a minute if you feel like you can do it, and then what you can do to make it even more challenging, over time, again, start out with both hands on, but over time you'll go to one hand. Okay, and as you feel comfortable and you can tolerate this 30 seconds to a minute, eventually you can get to a point where you can lift both hands, but do not do this until you can completely do 1 minute without touching down with both hands, and then 1 minute with one hand. So we don't want any more falls from this exercise. We want to increase the ability of you to balance. Okay, we're going to go to a third exercise, and this one is about working on just general mobility from getting up and down. Just general basic chair sits. So you may have a chair at home, and this chair may be too low for you. So if it is, you need to find a chair that is high enough that you can complete the exercise. Or you could find something else like an ottoman or a couch or a side of a couch that you could tap down to as well. So you want to be safe and comfortable with this. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Leon we're going to bring in a different chair, This chair has wheels on it. This is not what we would recommend at home, so don't use a chair that has wheels on it because it can slide out from under you, but this is higher to demonstrate the purpose here. So we're going to have Leon face away like he's about to sit in the chair. And then as he goes down, he's going to have his arms stick out in front of us for a counterbalance. He's hinging through his hips and bending his knees and going back and tapping down and then coming up. So he's not fully sitting down, he's just tapping and coming up. So as he does this, he's doing a good job not letting his knees shoot forward. He's getting a bend in his knee, but he's getting a bend in his hip. His butt is going back, touching that chair, coming up. His arms are out as a counterbalance. So you can do sets of 10, 2 to 3 sets of 10 of this, again, to your tolerance. You play with the height. If you can't touch the object, if you can't touch your chair, you could move to the back of a couch. You could also do this against a wall where you just get far enough away from the wall that you can just tap your butt against the wall. So you don't want to make it too difficult where you have to plop down or plop up. You want to be able to complete the motion with just the tap of your butt to the chair or the object you're doing. So try this 10 times. So try these 3 exercises, see how it goes at working on your balance. You should see things like the eyes closed balance and the standing hip abduction. You should see those get easier and easier over time, but it takes a lot of repetition and they're simple to do, so start doing them.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like it and share it with a friend. Also, we'd love to send you 3 posture correction exercises that we've done with Dr. David Oliver. These videos will help correct that forward head and rounded shoulder type of posture that we're all suffering from today. So if you'd like to get those 3 videos, there's going to be a link to get them somewhere here on the video or down below in the description. Go to that page, enter your email, and we'll send you those videos right away.